So what they do, he's like, I reconnect you, but I get a diverting temporary ostomy. So he'll take my small intestine and pull it out as a new ostomy so that the colon can then heal 100%.
As you guys can see, I am downstairs. And Paul's late for his appointment. I've been down here for 15 minutes, right, Paul?
Yep.
We're on our way now. We were supposed to leave at 10. It is 10:09. Paul, come on. The nanny's upstairs with sushi right now, and we are gonna head out to this doctor's appointment. Let's pick this up in the car. Alrighty, so we are in the car. Paul says we're doing good on time. Yep. We'll see about that.
I had a cushion built in.
Yes, he did, but we are good. We're on our way. Thankfully, the nanny's at the house watching sushi while we go do this appointment, because you guys gotta remember, sushi's at that phase that she can't do doctor's appointments with us anymore, or else she will go crazy. Yes, she doesn't like she has white coat syndrome. In 2 weeks from now, she does have her pediatrician follow-up, and I don't think that's gonna be an easy appointment, right, Paul? No. Last time
she's getting strong. She will fight back,
and she's smart too. Because the last time we went, we didn't think she would remember the pediatrician. I don't know why. She did. This time,
she did.
She wouldn't even look the doctor in the eyes. Like, she was like, no.
And they are so nice.
They are so sweet. So I can't imagine when we go to this doctor's appointment. When do you think she's gonna realize when she's outside the building?
When she's walking into the waiting room, she's gonna be like, oh, damn it.
I don't think so, because remember when we were just walking to the office, she kept trying to avoid the office and go the other direction. We're like,
very smart.
Me, at that point, I was like, does she know? No, she doesn't. And then
she does.
When we were in it, she knew. So let's see how that goes. But we had to leave her at home, and we're on our way to Paul's surgeon appointment. GI surgeon. Paul, update them.
So I have my major surgery coming up. They are going to hopefully reconnect me, remove my colostomy. And with this, it's a major surgery. It's like a week in the hospital. Big deal. Mm-hmm. What happens is that today is the pre-op appointment as well as my follow-up. It's a twofer.
2 for 1.
Because when I did my colonoscopy back in April, my GI doctor didn't check my rectum, what's left of the bottom end. So my colorectal surgeon was like, hey, I need to check just to make sure the landing zone looks good.
Yeah.
So I had to go do a flexible sigmoidoscopy, but it's not done in the office. It's done like a outpatient surgery center under sedation, just like a colonoscopy. Go to sleep, they look done. There's no prep, thankfully. I didn't have to do anything, just not eat from midnight and on. They did that quickly, done. Everything looks great. So this is the follow-up to that appointment, as well as the pre-op appointment. So we're going to go over all the information of what to expect during the surgery, what the doctor's going to do, diets to be aware of, restrictions to be aware of after surgery, and what are going to be the next steps from there on out in my trajectory of care. Yep. So we have to just see what is in store. Janice is less nervous about this surgery than me getting my colostomy, with good reason. Because imagine, this is like an area of the unknown. I'm going to go back to being semi-normal. Still, it's an area of the unknown. So it is an area of the unknown, but it is a good outcome.
Yes.
I'm going back to being semi-normal, whatever my norm is going to be. My GI doctor, when we talked to him last time, I asked him what to expect, and he told me a little bit. He said, you're definitely going to be going to the bathroom a little bit more often because you don't have
3 to 4 times.
Yeah. He's like, I would not expect, with what I have left of my colon, which is still a good amount, but he told me with what you have left and everything, he's like, I would not expect to go less than 2 times per day. If you can hit 2 times, you're doing amazing. But expect to some days 3 to 4, because when you have less colon, it just, that's how your body's response is to just push everything out. Obviously, the first few weeks, I'm just gonna have horrific diarrhea and bleeding, completely normal, but all part of the process.
Part of the healing process. Yeah. It is nerve-wracking, but we got this, guys, because I'm gonna be by Paul's side the whole entire time. We have a group of people ready to go to help us with sushi, so we can really focus on him and his recovery, because recovering at this stage matters so much, because we want to give Paul the best outcome for the future as much as possible. So let us go do this, guys. We are a little nervous about this appointment. It's getting real talking about the surgery. Let us go do this, guys, shall we? Let's do this adventure together. Alrighty, guys, so we're here. We are early. Paul was right. We are 20 minutes early, which is fine. We want to be in and out so we could get back to sushi in time. And there's a wasp, so we're gonna go in and check in. Go-matic. So we are in the back, Right, Paul?
Yep.
How are you feeling?
Joe.
Nervous. We are gonna ask all the appropriate questions, guys, and get this step going and get ready for the surgery. It's in like 2-ish weeks, guys. 2 weeks, and then Paul no longer has an ostomy bag. Are you excited?
2 weeks and 2 days.
Oh, snap. What? So, guys, we're going to be waiting for the doctor to come in, talk to the doctor, and then we'll pick this right back up in the car. And we are donezo. Right, Paul?
Absolutely.
The appointment was well. Like, he just asked Paul, how are you doing? Good. And then was like, let's talk about your surgery instantly. And was just like, what are your questions? And Paul asked a few of his. And what were some of the answers? What did he require?
So basically, what they're gonna do is I still have a colonoscopy coming up next week.
Yes.
Based on that colonoscopy is going to gear us as to what we're gonna do, number one. And each way that we're gonna go also has 2 different options as well. So if they do the colonoscopy and everything looks great, which I'm expecting to, because I feel good, I'm not feeling bad, and the last colonoscopy, everything was perfect, nothing has changed since then. I'm expecting for the colonoscopy to be perfect. Now, if it is perfect, great. The surgeon's gonna go in, look at the colon, make sure everything is doing fine, and from there, he said there's 1 of 2 options are gonna happen, or 1 of 3.
Yeah.
One is that everything looks perfect. When I go in surgically, look at the outside, look at the inside, I look at every single thing, and I can reconnect you. Perfect. He's like, that is going to be the outcome that we are going to strive for. Because it's just 1 surgery, 1 done, you're good, have a great day. Second option is, there may be something, he said it can happen, something may catch my eye, or something that I don't feel like it's safe to reconnect. So what they do, he's like, I reconnect you, but I get a diverting temporary ostomy. So he'll take my small intestine and pull it out as a new ostomy so that the colon can then heal 100%. Now, once the colon is healed, about 2 months later, he said it's another procedure, and then I reconnect the small intestine to the colon. He said that can happen.
They do that sometimes in certain situations.
It just depends when he goes in and what he sees and what he finds.
Paul may be a candidate for it, because Paul has been, his Crohn's has been severe, so he just let us know, like, hey.
That is a possibility.
Exactly.
Don't shut the door to that. That can happen. So if that happens, no big deal. I go through this first surgery, and then I have to go through a second surgery later down the line, about 2 months later. Not a big deal. Third option is that he goes in and he goes, hey, this colon, I just don't know if this is ever going to get any better.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, either he's like, what we can do is I can just trim the part that prolapses and reconnect the ostomy, and we can try a new medication, do kind of like medical management, so on and so forth. Or he just removes the colon entirely, because he goes, I've been through so many medications, through so many things, that he goes, maybe it's time to just call it quits on your colon.
Yeah.
And then I would have a permanent ileostomy, or he can reconnect the small intestine to my rectum, because I still have a good rectum. And there's pros and cons to that. Pros is that I can still use the bathroom, I don't need an ostomy. Con is that you're going to be going to the bathroom five plus times a day.
Yeah, that's
and it's
what he
with
said.
urgency. He's like, you don't really have time to just not do anything.
Yeah, you have to run. Be mindful of that. So he asked us right there, so what do you guys want to do? Like, it was an easy decision, which I won't lie, I did like that he did do that, because I don't want to be in a position that he comes out of the operating room and then asks me, okay, what do you want to do for your husband? Like that, I would be like, and then I wake up and I'm like, how dare you? Yeah, and I don't want Paul mad at me for making a wrong choice, something like that.
So we planned out what I would prefer to do. Yes. Obviously, I would prefer to have a connection. If need be, have the connection and then the small intestine brought back out. I would rather do that if we can save the colon. But if he goes in and the colon is just completely messed up, like, I'm only 29 years old, and if I'm having this many problems at such a young age, taking the best, most expensive medications you can possibly take,
that colon's going to be the death of you.
It's just going to bring me problems down the line. And for me to do the surgery and then 6 months or a year down the line needing to do another surgery, I'd rather just do one and done.
Exactly. So.
And I'll deal with, my new normalcy of having my small intestine connected to my rectum, or having a permanent ileostomy, which it's different in each its own way. But the major problem I'm having now is just my prolapse. It just hurts.
Yeah.
And he said it. He's like, with people with chronic prolapses like you, it's painful, and I have to remove that section of colon because it's going to be kind of bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the plan for right now.
Because that small little piece of colon has been through so much trauma,
it just
going
goes
in and out
multiple times a day, and it has created ulcers, and it's just problems.
Irritation, so. Yeah, I totally got it. So that's the situation we're in, but we did tell the doctor, look, we do trust you. Whatever you think is the best outcome, the best quality of life in the end for Paul, that's all that matters. And he made comments like, look, you're still young, we do want to still do the good by you, and whatever you feel like is going to make your life a better quality or give you a better quality of life.
Because the problem is, he also told me, he's like, if I just reconnect you and let's hope the medication helps, but he's like, I'm kind of screwing you.
Exactly.
Like, that's the reality.
Which I like, because some doctors are like, whatever, who cares, you're not my problem anymore. But he's just like, I want to do the best for you and for your future, and I love that, and that made me trust him a lot more, because once again, I feel like some doctors are just like, okay, good, done, bye.
He has an excellent bedside manner,
yes.
which I'm happy about.
So these are all the options me and Paul have. Not me and Paul has. I am just a supporting factor in all this. I told him in the appointment, the doctor's asking him all this, I was like, look, if you want to do an ileostomy, if you want to even keep the bag longer, I am here for you. I will continue changing them. I'll continue supporting. I'm here, like, trying to just show Paul, no matter whatever decision you make, I'm by your side. This isn't easy, but I know you're doing amazing at it. You okay? Me and Paul are gonna go get some lunch, because after a heavy doctor's appointment such as this, me and Paul really want to just have some good comfort food. And right now, Paul is craving something that we're gonna go pick up for him right now. It's delicious. You can only get it in the Asian market, so we're going to the Asian market right now, and I'm so excited. I love going. Guys, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. It truly means the world to us, and it helps educate others. A lot of people go through what Paul goes through with their Crohn's and then getting a colostomy bag. So it's nice for us to be able to bring you guys along for this journey. Well, it's not nice. It's amazing that Paul's willing to share his story and his journey with the rest of you guys, because sometimes certain moments in health can be defeating, and to show you that and to air it for the world to see isn't easy, but we know this is part of the journey, and it's going to help support and bring light to other people as well who are dealing with this condition. With that being said, we do post on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so stay tuned for those vlogs, guys, because guess what? Next week, Paul is getting scoped, so stay tuned for that. And then the week after, it's surgery time. So there is more adventures coming your way, guys. So guys, this is where we end it, and we will pick it back up next time. So for now, adieu and goodbye.